Welcome to Better English Step by Step. This is your calm, long-form English learning podcast. I am your host, Sarah, and I am here to guide you through another lesson.
And I am Mark. I will be here to practice with you, to give you examples, and to help you improve your pronunciation.
We are so glad you have decided to press play today. This channel is designed for you. We know that learning English can sometimes feel stressful. Everyone talks too fast. The videos are too short. You feel like you have to rush. But here, we do not rush. We take our time. We focus on one clear goal, and we walk toward it slowly, step by step. Today, we have a very special episode for you. We are not just learning grammar. We are not just learning vocabulary lists. Today, we are preparing you for one of the most stressful moments in travel. Mark, what is the one thing that makes people most nervous when they fly to a new country?
I think it is the airport. Specifically, the moment you land. You're tired. You have been on a plane for 8 hours. Your hair is messy. You are holding your passport. And you have to walk up to the immigration officer.
Exactly. That moment. The immigration booth.
It can be scary. The officer is wearing a uniform. They usually look very serious. They do not smile. And they ask you questions in English.
And if you are tired or if you are nervous, your English can disappear. You freeze. You know the words, but they do not come out.
So today, we are going to fix that. We are going to do a full airport and immigration simulation. We are going to practice exactly what happens from the moment you step off the plane to the moment you hear the stamp in your passport. By the end of this hour, you will not be nervous. You will be prepared. You will have the answers ready in your mind. You will know exactly what to say. So relax your shoulders. Take a deep breath. Let's imagine we have just landed. The plane has stopped. We are walking out into the airport. Before we get to the officer, we have to get through the airport. Let's start with the vocabulary of the queue. When you walk toward immigration, you will see many signs. It is important to read them quickly so you know where to go. Mark, what is the first sign we usually look for? Usually, you will see a sign that says Arrivals. This is the place where people arrive. You just follow the arrows for arrivals.
Simple enough. But then the path splits. You will usually see 2 or 3 different lines. It is very important to choose the right line. If you are in the UK or the US or Europe, the signs will be different, but the meaning is the same. One line is for citizens.
Yes, you might see signs that say UK citizens or US citizens, or if you are in Europe, you might see EU citizens.
If you have a passport from that country or that region, you go there. But most of us, when we travel, are visitors, so we need to look for the other signs. Sarah, what are the common words for the visitor line? You might see all passports. This means everyone else. If you do not have a local passport, you go to all passports.
Or you might see non-EU citizens, or sometimes foreign nationals.
Foreign nationals, that sounds very formal.
It is formal. A national is just a citizen of a country. A foreign national is a citizen of a different country. So if you see foreign nationals, that is you.
Let's practice saying that, just so you recognize it. Listen to Mark.
Foreign nationals.
Now you say it. Repeat after me. Foreign nationals.
Foreign nationals.
Good. Another phrase you might see is visa on arrival.
This is important. Some countries require you to get a visa before you travel, but some countries let you get the visa at the airport. If you need to buy a visa at the airport, look for the sign that says Visa on Arrival.
Let's practice that phrase. It is useful to know. Listen first.
Visa on Arrival.
Notice how the words connect. Visa on arrival. It sounds like one long word. Visa on arrival. Now you try. Repeat after me. Visa on arrival.
Visa on Arrival.
Excellent. So, you have found the right line. You are standing in the queue. You are waiting. This is the time to calm down. While you wait, prepare your documents. Do not wait until you are at the front. Have them in your hand. What should they have in their hand, Mark?
Obviously, your passport. Open it to the photo page. This helps the officer and makes you look organized. Also, have your landing card if the country uses them. A landing card is a small form you fill out on the plane. You write your name, your hotel address, and your flight number.
Not every country uses them anymore, but many do. So, passport in hand, landing card inside the passport. Now, you are at the front of the line. The officer calls you forward. They might say simply, "Next," or they might just wave their hand. When you see the wave, walk forward confidently. Do not run, but do not walk too slowly. Just walk normally. When you get to the booth, say hello. A simple good morning or good afternoon is perfect. It shows you are polite. It shows you speak English, and it starts the interaction well. Now, we enter the simulation. I want you to imagine Mark is the immigration officer. He is not smiling. He is looking at his computer screen. He looks up at you.
We are going to go through the 4 most common questions. We will study them, and then we will drill the answers. The first question is the most important one. It is about why you are here. The officer might ask this in a few different ways. Listen to the different versions. Why are you visiting the United States? What is the purpose of your visit? What brings you here today? Business or pleasure? These all mean the same thing. They want to know why you are in the country. Let's focus on the most formal one, because it is the hardest to understand if you are not ready. What is the purpose of your visit? The word purpose means reason. What is the reason for your visit? Let's practice listening to that question. Mark will say it 3 times. First, very slow, then normal speed, then fast like a real officer. What is the purpose of your visit? What is the purpose of your visit? What's the purpose of your visit? Did you hear how it changes? At fast speed, what is becomes what's. What's the purpose of your visit? Now, how do we answer? The most important rule for immigration is keep it simple. Do not tell a long story. Do not say, well, I have always wanted to see London because I saw it in a movie when I was a child and my grandmother lived here. No. The officer is busy. They want a category. Are you a tourist? Are you a business person? Are you a student? Here are the safe, standard answers. If you are on holiday, you can say, I am here for tourism, or you can say, I am on holiday, or simply tourism. Let's practice the full sentence first. It is polite and clear. I am here for tourism. Listen to the rhythm. I am here for tourism. Now you repeat. I am here for tourism. I am here for tourism. Good. Another option is, I am on holiday. This is very common for British English speakers. Americans usually say vacation, but holiday is understood everywhere. Let's practice, I am on holiday. Repeat after me. I am on holiday. I am on holiday. Now, what if you are there for work? If you are there for work, be careful. If you have a work visa, you can say, I am here to work. But if you are just traveling for a meeting or a conference, you should say, I am here for business. Business usually means meetings, conferences, or meeting clients. Work implies you are getting a salary from a company in that country. So for most short trips, the answer is business. Let's practice that. I am here for business. Repeat. I am here for business. I am here for business. Sometimes the officer will ask a short version. They might just look at you and say, business or pleasure. Pleasure means tourism, holiday, fun. So if they ask business or pleasure, you just choose one word. Pleasure. Or business. Let's try a mini simulation. Mark is the officer. He will ask you the question. You answer out loud. Use the phrase, I am here for tourism. Ready? Here comes the officer. Next, passport please. What is the purpose of your visit? Did you say it? Did you say, I am here for tourism? Let's try it again. This time say, I am on holiday. What brings you to the country today? Good, I am on holiday. Now let's move to the second big question. The officer knows why you are here. Now they want to know how long you will stay. They want to make sure you are not going to stay forever. They want to know you have a plan to leave. Here are the common questions. How long do you intend to stay? How long will you be staying? When are you leaving? The key phrase to listen for is, how long? How long? Let's practice listening to the fast version. How long are you staying? How long you staying? Sometimes you sounds like ya. How long you staying? Now the answer. Again, keep it specific. Give a number of days or weeks. I am staying for 1 week. I am staying for 10 days. I am staying for 2 weeks. Be careful with the preposition for. We use for with a duration. For 3 days, for a month. Do not say I stay 3 days. It is better to say I am staying for 3 days. Let's practice. We will use 2 weeks as our example. I am staying for 2 weeks. Repeat. I am staying for 2 weeks. I am staying for 2 weeks. Now let's try days, 10 days. I am here for 10 days.
Repeat. I am here for 10 days. I am here for 10 days. Sometimes it is good to give the exact date you are leaving. This sounds very trustworthy. I am leaving on the 15th of May. I am flying back on Sunday. Let's practice the date format. I am leaving on the 12th. Repeat. I am leaving on the 12th. Now let's combine question 1 and question 2. This is called a chain. The officer will ask one, then the other quickly. You need to be ready to switch. Mark will ask purpose and then duration. You answer. Use tourism and 1 week. Ready? Here comes the officer. Good morning. What is the purpose of your visit? Pause for your answer. Okay, and how long do you intend to stay? Pause for your answer. Did you get it? Did you feel the rhythm? Let's try one more time. This time, answer for yourself. Use your real reason if you can, or pretend, but make it fluent. Next, what brings you here today? Pause. How long will you be in the country? Pause. Excellent. If you are doing this, you are already halfway through the interview. Now the third question, accommodation.
Accommodation means where you are sleeping. The officer needs to know you have a place to stay. The question will sound like this. Where will you be staying? Where are you staying? Do you have a reservation? The key word is where. If you are staying at a hotel, say the name of the hotel. I am staying at the Marriott Hotel. I am staying at the Hilton. You do not need to give the full address immediately, just the name is usually enough, but have the address written down on your landing card or phone just in case. Let's practice the pattern, I am staying at. I am staying at the Grand Hotel. Repeat. I am staying at the Grand Hotel. I am staying at the Grand Hotel. Notice the preposition at. I am staying at the hotel. If you are staying with a friend or family member, you use with. I am staying with a friend. I am staying with my brother. Let's practice that. I am staying with a friend. Repeat. I am staying with a friend. I am staying with a friend. The officer might ask a follow-up question if you say this. They might ask, what is your friend's name? Where does your friend live? So be ready with that information. Let's add this to our simulation. We will do 3 questions now. Purpose, duration, accommodation. Mark will be the officer. He will move fast. Try to keep up. Answers to use. Tourism. 2 weeks. The Sheraton Hotel. Ready? Stand tall. Look the officer in the eye. Passport, please. What is the purpose of your visit? How long are you staying? And where will you be staying? How did that feel? Did you say I am staying at the Sheraton Hotel? Good. You are passing the test. Now, sometimes the officer asks for proof. This is not a question, it is a request. You need to identify the difference. A question asks for information. A request asks for a document. Common requests are, can I see your return ticket? Do you have proof of accommodation? Can I see your booking confirmation? When the officer asks this, you do not need to speak much. You just need to show the paper or your phone. The best thing to say is, yes, here it is. Short, polite, simple. Yes, here it is. Let's practice. Yes, here it is. Repeat. Yes, here it is. Or if you are handing over your phone, I have it on my phone. Here. Repeat. I have it on my phone. So imagine the officer asks, do you have a return flight booked? You say, yes, here it is, and you show the confirmation. Now let's talk about something very important. What happens if you do not understand? This is the biggest fear. The officer speaks too fast, or they have a strong accent, or maybe the airport is noisy. You do not understand the question. What do? Do not just say, what? Or, huh? This can sound rude. Do not just smile and nod. If you say yes to a question you didn't understand, you might accidentally agree to something wrong. You need a safety phrase, a phrase you practice so much that it comes out automatically when you are confused. Here is a great, polite safety phrase. Sorry, could you repeat that? It is simple. It works every time. Sorry, could you repeat that? Let's practice the intonation. Your voice should go up at the end to show it as a question. Now you try. Sorry, could you repeat that? If they repeat it and you still do not understand, maybe they are using a difficult word. You can ask them to rephrase. Rephrase means say it in different words. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you rephrase it? This is a bit more advanced, but very useful. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Catch here means hear or understand. Repeat after me. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Sorry, I didn't catch that. And finally, if you are really stuck, it is okay to admit your level. My English is limited. Could you speak slowly? This is an honest, brave thing to say. The officer will usually appreciate it and slow down.
My English is limited. Could you speak slowly? Let's practice the slowly part. Could you speak slowly, please? Repeat. Could you speak slowly, please? So let's test this. Mark is going to mumble. He is going to say something very unclear. I want you to use a safety phrase. Ready? Slow sandala.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Okay, and how long do you intend to stay with us? Right. Do you have a return ticket booked? Okay, and where will you be staying? Have you visited this country before? Okay, what do you do for a living? All right, everything looks fine. Look at the camera, please. Thank you. Welcome to the country. And scene. Relax. You did it. You passed through immigration. How did that feel? Did you manage to answer all the questions? Maybe you stumbled on one. Maybe the question about your job surprised you. That is okay. That is why we practice. Let's talk about that what do you do question for a moment. What do you do for a living? Or simply, what do you do? This is very common. They want to know you have a job back home, so you will return to it. The structure is simple. I am a job title. I am a student. I am an accountant. I am a nurse. I work in marketing. You don't need to explain your daily tasks, just the title. Let's do a quick drill on this, just to be safe. Think of your job title in English right now. If you don't have one, think of student or retired. Got it? I am a your job. Say it out loud. I am a